All right, how to solve distributive property equations. So how to solve distributive property equations? First, we're going to distribute, right? Later, our next thing we're going to learn is how to combine like term equations. Don't worry about that now. But first, we're going to distribute, and then we're going to do addition or subtraction to undo the constant, and then multiplication or division to remove the number attached to the variable. And then we can check our solution. All right, so how do I solve distributive property equations? Well, I see an equal sign, I'm going to draw a line. It's going to be of my wall separating my two sides. And just like before when we did the distributive property examples, I want to do the distributive property to get rid of the parentheses in this equation. So I can do 3 times y. 3 times y would give me 3y. And I also have to do 3 times -7. Remember that sign in front stays with that. So a positive times a negative gives me a negative. 3 times 7 gives me 21. And on the other side, I can just bring down that 57, that -57. All right, so now it's a two-step equation. So I want to get this y by itself. So I want to get rid of this -21 by doing a +21. And I do that to cancel these out. And whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. These cancel out on my right side and leave me with 3y. And -57 plus 21 will give me -36. So now I want to get this y by itself. I see that's a 3y. A number next to a letter means multiply, so I'm going to divide to get rid of those 3's. So I divide by 3. And whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. -36 divided by 3 will give me -12. So I have -12 equals y. Remember, the good thing about equations is I can check my work. So I can say, let me clear out my calculator first. I can hit y equals -12. Hit enter because we said y equals -12 here, right? And then I can type in the side that has the y, exactly how it looks. 3 parentheses y minus 7, close parentheses, and I got -57, which is what they wanted. So we got it right. So that is our answer, -12 equals y. On my example on the right here, I can do it very similar. I see my equal sign, I'm going to draw a line. And I see I have parentheses, so I have to get rid of them by doing the distributive property. So I take the number on the outside and I multiply it to the stuff on the inside. -6 times 4 would give me -24. And then -6 times a -2x, because remember that sign in front stays with it. A negative times a negative gives me a positive, and 6 times 2 gives me 12. And then that x stays with it. Then I can bring down that 48 on the other side. So now I'm left with a two-step equation. I get rid of the number without the variable first. I see it's a -24, so I'm going to do a +24 to cancel it out on this side and leave me with just 12x. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. 48 plus 24. 48 plus 24 gives me 72. So I'm left with 12x equals 72. So I want to get x by itself. A number next to a letter means multiply, so I have to divide. So I'm going to divide by 12 to cancel out those numbers and leave me with just x. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So I have to do 72 divided by 12. And 72 divided by 12 is 6. So my answer is x equals 6. And just like how we did before, I can check my work by plugging into Desmos. So I can delete this out here, clear my calculator, and we have x equals 6. Type that in, hit enter, and then I'm going to type in my equation here, -6 parentheses 4 minus 2x, close parentheses, and I see I got 48. And that's exactly what they wanted here, so we got it right. So distributive property equations, you have to do distributive property to get rid of the parentheses, and then you solve it just like a two-step equation that we did all last week. All right, the next couple of slides, you're going to have some practice problems. Do them on your own. Make sure you show your work to get credit.